Hi guys and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. I'm Farhad. If you're new to this channel then please smash that subscribe button now, and in case you're wondering where am I was covering the Mami Film Festival, then came Diwali, then I fell a little ill. So after all of that, finally I am back on my channel, and thank you so much for your continued love and support to all the existing videos. And I could not have picked a better film for the comeback. The film that we are going to be discussing today is the Kannada film Sapta Sagaradaache Ello Side B. Now, if you remember, I had made a video on Side A citing on how beautifully melancholic the film was, and I was absolutely heartbroken by the end of it. And I really wish to know what happened to Manu and Priya in Side B. And as the hues of blue changed to red, I was really looking forward to Side B, which was originally planned to release on 20th of October, but then was pushed back to 17th of November, and I finally got a chance to watch it. Is Side B worth your time in a million years? Yes, and you'll know why in this video. Now, this video will have mild spoilers, so viewers' discretion advised. So let's get to the story and screenplay. Sapta Sagaradaache Ello Side B picks up 10 years from the events that happened in Side A, when Manu, now freshly out of jail, wishes to reunite and rekindle his romance with his beloved Priya. And Priya, as you would know, at the end of Side A, she did get married. So then, does fate, bring them together once again? That's the basic story that is there. And the story here, I wasn't ready for this kind of a film, and I say that with the utmost humility, because this story again had the potential to break my heart into another million pieces, and I wasn't getting that part of me back, after watching the film. The screenplay here, standing at about 155 minutes, might seem overwhelming, but it forms one of the most poetic, provocative and heartbreaking conclusions to the epic saga that was at hand. It was beautiful here. Firstly, the drama is set in 2021, which, if you recall, was right in the middle of the lockdown and the COVID times. That part is nicely integrated in the film as well. Now, I did find it a little uneasy in the first initial 10 minutes, and this was particularly because of the way things were shot. I wasn't prepared, as I said. I wasn't ready for the provocative nature of the drama, and that was more to do with the psyche of the protagonist. It was deliberately done. The protagonist, if you know, was in jail for 10 years, and all the trauma and pain that was there in his psyche was bringing out a very hollow personality in him. And because that hollow personality was there, you as an audience also feel hollow, and that is not a very easy feeling to absorb. And that was beautifully portrayed in the first 10 minutes of the film, and before which I got settled into the drama beautifully. So the quest here essentially was not to find Priya, but to actually find a way to get Manu and Priya together. So Manu's quest was to find Priya to get together with her, and I think that was essentially the soul of the drama. And the changing tide from the soothing blues to the red was actually a hint by the filmmaker. The soothing blues were more about the relationship between the two protagonists. The provocative red, it was a provocative color of red, which was of intensity and passion in the love story. And that is what the tone of the drama is. It is provocative, but it is also heartbreaking in many ways. Now, you would be knowing, like in a love story, that you want to cling on to that final thread that is there, without realizing that you already have moved on from that past. That is, that things aren't the same, but you aren't willing to accept that many times. And that is something that was exploited in this story wonderfully well. And that came through some of the characters, like the character of Surbi that was there. She reminded the protagonist, of Priya, and I think that was beautifully represented in their relationship as well. There's this scene in which Surbi is holding a mirror, and they are talking to one another, where there is a clear demarcation on what Manu wants his world to be in the form of the mirror versus what actually the reality is. That demarcation was beautifully represented in in that moment that was there, and that was a beautiful moment as well. But Manu essentially only reminds of Priya through the character of Surbi, and that can be represented from the fact that Surbi is madly in love with Manu, but Manu is not entirely committed to her love, not even reciprocating in the right way, while still wanting to hold on to her as well. And I think that was a complex emotion that was beautifully represented throughout the course of the drama. And as you know, love makes you mad. It almost forces you to lose your sanity, and that was represented by the fact that he wanted to kill the husband of Priya. That was the character of the husband of Priya, who, by the way, wasn't singing, and he just put the entire blame on himself for all the mess that was created. This, until better sense prevailed and he reconciled with the husband, nudging him to start his new business, also forming a bond with his son Puneet, which was, I think, a homage to Puneet Rajkumar as well in many ways. So that was very well done. Now, the characters here of Surbi and the husband are mainly just catalysts in the film to try and help Manu get to Priya in a way and get not to Priya. And I think that was a little that was the only part that I did not like in the film, was the revenge angle that was there. I think that could have been avoided because it kind of blurs the overall impact of the film, I would say. The quest here was between Manu and Priya, and when you're bringing that third angle into play, I think it was just losing focus from the main part. And this was different from the revenge of the employer, which did not start with that sentiment of revenge, and therefore it felt a little organic in the flow of the drama. If you have to choose between side A and side B, I would say side A was a better written drama because there was an organic coherence to the drama. There was a flow in the drama, and I think that is something that I really enjoyed. Um, but having said that, the final act, featuring an amazing action sequence and followed by that, the ending near the sea, was the perfect way to conclude this film. I think it was a wonderfully heartfelt moment. It was, oh my God, I was actually shattered into pieces by the end of it, watching that ending. I won't reveal the ending here. I won't be discussing that. Probably I may make a separate video for that, but ending was true to its title, and that is where our prediction was right. If you see the prediction video of ours, it was right. But I would suggest, don't form preconceived notions about side B. It is, the tonal quality will absolutely surprise you. It is similar to that of Dave D, Anurag Kashyap's Dave D, and that is something that needs to be taken note of as well. Now, coming to the technical aspects, the dialogues, the music, and the direction. The dialogues are amazingly well penned. Each dialogue represents the different mood of the protagonist amazingly well. It's amazing. Lesser said, I mean, the more I say, the more I will fall short of how beautifully woven the dialogues are, which felt so organic in the film. The music here identically identifies with the different pensive moods of the protagonist. So the only time you see a little harmony playing in the background is either in a dream sequence or it is in a flashback that is there. Others, every the sound note is a little rugged, it is a little grungy, and it represents the rock version, which almost stood for chaos in the life of the protagonist. And I think that is well represented through the music. The cinematography, it just amazingly captures some of the most beautiful frames. I gave the mirror example some time back, and there are many other poetic moments that are formed in the screenplay, along with the writing that has a grim sort of a filter to the drama, you can say. And the only soothing colors that seep in again are in the flashback or in the dream sequence. And the dream sequence is such that Manu wishes, and he almost meets Priya only to realize it is a dream sequence. So he's on the verge of losing his mental sanity. So that is very well represented here. I felt the editing was a lot sharper in side A than in side B, and that was one feature that was a little dip in side B, which would cause a little bit of an uneasiness in the drama. It isn't as coherent and smooth as in side A, but the performances that are there, that I'll get to in a bit, more than make up for that. Now coming to the direction, I think direction, Hemant Rao, I think he did a wonderful job with side A, and he's done a wonderful job again with side B. He's created so many poetic moments with a tonal, provocative narrative. I think that was amazing to watch, and a glimpse into the psyche of the protagonist makes you want to root for him, makes you want to empathize with him, and I think that was a huge victory for the director as well. So I think he did a wonderful job in the direction. Coming to the performances, I felt the performances are outstanding here. I felt Gopal Krishna, I think he was very sincere as well. The character who played Somu, I think did a pretty good job as well. Chaitra Achar, I think she was amazing in the film, brilliant, because there were many conflicting emotions that she had to play with. She was in love with him, yet had to accept the past of Manu. It was a little difficult to portray, and I think she did a wonderful job here. I think Rukmini Vasant, all of 3 films old before Side B, was absolutely solid in the film. She was wonderfully restrained, and the battle that she was actually, fighting was also something related to her past, I would say, of her not singing, and eventually some tiff with the husband as well. These were beautifully woven emotions, and I think she nailed her character superbly. But it is Rakshit Shetty who shines again. Rakshit Shetty is outstanding in the film. The pain that was accumulated over the 10 years is reflected in his face. I think he was outstanding. If it was Rishabh Shetty in 2022, Raj B. Shetty in 2021 with GGVV, Rishabh with Kantara, it is Rakshit Shetty with Sapta Sagaradaache Ello. Side A and Side B, two varied performances which show an amazing arc by one of the finest actors that we have in the country. He is outstanding, Rakshit Shetty. The more I say, the less it will be for him. He was just outstanding. It was an acting masterclass, if I can call it so. So overall, I felt Sapta Sagaradaache Ello Side B is a provocative and heartbreaking conclusion to this epic love saga, which is so refreshing from the normal rom-coms that we see. This is how a love story should be made, and it's beautiful. I just have lost a part of me, and I'm not getting it back. And it was my heart is again heartbroken, and I wasn't ready for the film. It's wonderful and absolutely highly recommended from my end. If you happen to watch it, please let me know in the comments what did you make of the film. If you're liking this video, please smash that like button. Let's get into the habit of making videos again, and you supporting me all along. So let's get into that habit. If you'd like to read the full review of Sapta Sagaradaache Ello Side B, all information that side is present in the description box for my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S. Please do visit my site as well for the detailed review of the same. Also follow me on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Letterboxd. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. All information is present in the description box. Subscribe to the channel. Press that bell icon. It will help you know when I'm active with a new video. Like, share, subscribe, and also, share this video with your friends and family. I'll see you again soon with another video very soon, hopefully soon. Till then, take care of yourselves, and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.